Okay.
Alrighty. What do we got here? Robby Krieger. What's going on here? This is bizarre. Uh-oh, technical difficulty. It happens. What are you gonna do? Happened to Frank Zappa on the Mike Douglas show. His guitar wasn't plugged in. Is it a coincidence that they're both using the same style of guitar? Probably. But not a good look for Gibson. So that's just what I'm saying. Here we are. Right, Hawaiian version here. All right, Roadhouse Blues meets Star Spangled Banner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robby Krieger and Peter Rule on the Staples Center organ.
What the hell? That was totally bizarre.
Well, it's almost 4th of July.
Well, that was cool. You don't get to see Robby Krieger play at a sporting event ever. That was unique, to say the least. A little rough start there with the technical difficulties, but yeah, that was a unique version right there. Classic slide. I wonder how does that even come about? How do they happen to get Robby Krieger to do that?
Maybe he's a fan of hockey.
Very strange combination right there. Yeah, Robby Krieger, one of the all-time classic blues rock guitar players. I have a solo album of his from the early 80s, which is pretty interesting.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's not what you'd expect. It's like, it's kind of fusiony. It's pretty good. It's very good, actually. But it's not like it has nothing to do with like what he did with the Doors. Totally different. Or like a progressive kind of, I wouldn't call it jazz, but it's kind of like progressive fusion rock.
Okay.
It's got elements of sort of jazzy stuff. I wouldn't say it's jazz, but it comes off like kind of improvisational, experimental rock music.
Is there singing or is it instrumental?
All instrumental.
Oh, cool.
And I can't remember, but there's some other impressive players on it. I can't remember who, though. I do recall that some of it almost reminds me of Andy Summers. Confusing myself? No, I don't think so.
What do you know the name of the album? I can look it up real quick.
I can't remember, but I don't think he has very many solo albums, so I'll tell you which one it is.
Okay.
I feel like there's a picture of a guitar kind of like flying or something. Versions. Yep, that's the one. Harlem Nocturne, that's the one that sounds pretty cool on that. And let me look at the musicians on it again. Bruce Gary, who was the drummer for the Knack. Arthur Barrow, bass player for Frank Zappa. Don Preston, also keyboard player for Frank Zappa. John Densmore from the Doors, Ray Manzarek, so he's got those guys on there. Sal Marquez. He sounds familiar too. Yeah. Bruce Gary was a great drummer, actually. Bruce Gary passed away, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was pretty damn good drummer. He's the guy on all that classic the Knack stuff. But he also plays. I think I saw Bruce Gary play with Jack Bruce actually in like a fusion setting at one point. Am I correct on that? Jack Bruce, exactly. Yep. Toured with Jack Bruce. All right, and Mick Taylor. Jack Bruce with Mick Taylor and Carla Bly. Well, that was interesting stuff right there. Very bizarre combination of musicians. But yeah, good drummer. Anyway, yep, that's the Robby Krieger album that I have. I probably bought it back in 1982 or something. I think it might be all instrumental or mostly instrumental. I think it's all instrumental.
Yeah, I don't see anything about vocals here on the musician list. Oh, Robby Krieger says vocals.
I don't recall there being vocals on it, but maybe. Definitely a unique album. He's a unique player. That was a unique performance.
What?
No, it was cool.
What?
It was interesting.
So our generous tipper over on buymeacoffee.com wanted you to listen to the Simon Phillips and then also wanted you to listen to that as a sort of a celebration of 4th of July.
Crazy. Well, thank you very much for the twofer.
The twofer.
That's cool. Yeah, check out Robby Krieger's version of Harlem Nocturne. That's pretty good. Off of this album that I'm just pointing out here. All right, cool. Well, happy 4th of July. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.